The old Compass was a car people bought because they wanted a Jeep badge on something affordable. Nobody pretended the interior was the reason. Nobody claimed the technology led the segment. This third-generation Compass Electric on the Innsbruck Motor Show floor in that aggressive yellow-green is asking a different question entirely. And the answer starts the moment you open the door. One walk-around. Everything you need to know before this car reaches your local dealer. The exterior makes its intentions clear. The 7-slot grille is still there, but it is sealed shut. Active aerodynamic shutters sit behind the front bumper, doing the work that open nostrils used to do on the old petrol Compass. The proportions are boxier and wider than the previous generation, sitting on the STLA Medium platform that also underpins the Peugeot E3008 and the Opel Grandland. That platform sharing is the elephant in the room, and we will get to what it means for the price in the verdict. Under these show lights, the squared-off shoulders and the flat underbody give it a stance that reads more serious than the rounded crossovers around it. The drag coefficient sits below 0.3. For a compact SUV with this much visual presence, that is a genuine engineering achievement, not a marketing number. The front cabin is where this generation earns its most convincing argument. A 16-inch landscape touchscreen dominates the center of the dashboard, paired with a 10-inch digital instrument cluster behind the steering wheel. The screen is responsive and bright. Beneath it, a row of haptic shortcut buttons sits on two bars that physically move when pressed, with a proper volume knob in the middle. I genuinely did not expect that level of tactile feedback at this price point. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard. The dashboard materials in the upper section feel considered and soft to the touch. The open storage shelf running across the passenger side of the dashboard is a smart use of space that the old Compass never had. Two-zone automatic climate control is standard, though the temperature controls live on the touchscreen edges rather than on physical dials. That is the one decision I would question. Reaching across a wide screen while driving to adjust fan speed is not ideal, and Jeep is not the only brand making this mistake, but it is still a mistake. The rear cabin tells you how much the platform change actually matters. The wheelbase is roughly 16 centimeters longer than the previous Compass, and the rear passengers are the main beneficiaries. Legroom is noticeably improved. A 6-foot passenger can sit behind a 6-foot driver without their knees touching the seatback. The floor is almost completely flat across the rear, which makes the middle seat more usable than it was before. The rear bench splits 40-20-40, which means a long item like a set of skis can slide through the center, while two passengers still sit on either side. Headroom is adequate, though a panoramic sunroof option will eat into it. There are no USB charging ports in the rear on this trim, which is a surprising omission for a car at this price. The boot opens to 550 liters, around 19.4 cubic feet. That is a meaningful jump from the 424 liters of the previous Compass, and it matches the Vauxhall Grandland while sitting close to the Hyundai Tucson and Kia Sportage. The opening is wide, tall, and square, which matters more in daily life than the raw liter figure. A pushchair slides in without tilting. The boot floor is adjustable, and beneath it sits a useful underfloor compartment where charging cables can live without eating into the main cargo area. No frunk on this electric version, which is disappointing when some competitors offer one, but the underfloor storage partly compensates. With the rear seats folded flat, total capacity rises to 1,695 liters. Charging the 74 kilowatt-hour battery on a DC fast charger at 160 kilowatts takes you from 20 to 80% in approximately 30 minutes. That is a coffee stop at a motorway services. You walk in, you order, you sit down. By the time you have finished, the Compass has added roughly 300 kilometers, around 186 miles, of usable range. WLTP range on this front-wheel drive version is up to 500 kilometers, around 311 miles. Real-world figures from early reviews suggest closer to 360 kilometers in mixed driving, which is honest and competitive. The standard 11 kilowatt onboard AC charger means a full overnight charge on a home wall box. Select terrain traction management comes standard even on this front-wheel drive model, and Level 2 autonomous driving, including adaptive cruise and lane centering, is included from the base specification. The show sticker on this car reads 53,500 euros. The starting price with the Austrian discount structure applied is 44,180 euros. That is real money. And the question it raises is honest. The Peugeot E3008 shares this platform, offers a similar powertrain, and starts lower in several European markets. What does the Jeep badge and the Jeep-specific calibration buy you? It buys you select terrain as standard, a different suspension tune with higher ground clearance, 10 years of Jeep Connect One connectivity, and an exterior that genuinely looks like nothing else in the segment. Whether that combination is worth the premium over the Peugeot is a decision you make, not me. What I can tell you is that the interior quality, the boot space, and the charging architecture on this Compass are not borrowed. They are earned. This is the first Compass in a long time where the badge feels like it is pointing in the right direction. The full road test is coming. Subscribe, and you will be here for it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.